Hello, Bill Molyneux here for Bill's Wargame World, and I have a little time to spend here before I take Lisa somewhere, my trusty wife, and our wedding anniversary. It's November 14th, 2024, and before we get back to making the next part 2 video for Eben Amel, we are going to talk about Donald Featherstone books a bit. And I have not been doing my book reviews, so we have a few. I think I have every book by Donald Featherstone, including his historical books, such as the English Longbowman. Way over there, the far side, you'll see Goober the Traveling Bear. We made another donation, $100 to Fort Ticonderoga from a Goober grant. Very proud that Goober and I received some grant money to help small museums. All right, well, I think maybe every couple of weeks I'm going to review a Donald Featherstone book. Donald Featherstone, along with several other English wargamers, really were the founders of wargaming after H.G. Wells. So my idea is we're going to review this book here, Wargaming Operations by Donald Featherstone. I'm going to place a chip here just so I don't hit my machine gun team or replace them. I'm hoping this Thursday evening I will finish my scenario 1 of Eben ML. So, here we go. And you can purchase this on Amazon. Wargaming Operations, this is printed in 1977. And Donald Featherstone, first published in Great Britain. All right, right off the bat, Goober will just tell you this is a 2-star book. Now, I gotta get a little closer. There we go. All right, Donald Featherstone, along with Peter Young, Charles Grant, they really were the forefathers of wargaming. And you can see different wargaming rules that have parts of Featherstone stuff in it. This book is phenomenal. If you don't own this book and you're a wargamer, you need to buy it. You can get it on Amazon. All right. Very detailed information on the Germans, British, all the different paratrooper troops, dress and equipment, weapons. I mean, the detail here is incredible. Anti-tank guns. Now, I'm huge on Donald Featherstone. Look at that. Gun carriers, Josh. And this book is jam-packed with wargaming pictures. And as we go through, here's the Americans. And of course, there's picture after picture. Donald really, he covers the gliders and even how to make paper gliders. Okay. He goes through in the different airborne operations, such as Eben ML, Norway. One of the neat things is I should have taken the time to make paper gliders like Donald did. Now, I've been told that Frank Prez has some gliders coming for me. But look at that. And this is something you really need to look at. Donald Featherstone and a lot of the wargamers in this time period, this was their hobby and it was for fun. One of the things I don't know if I'm going to be accurate on this, but I feel sometimes the hobby has become, too show-offy. Does that make sense? Is that even a word? I guess it's who can make everything look the best. I think with Warhammer and all, and their black powder with all the beautiful rule books and everything with the pictures, it makes it like keeping up with the Joneses. So here we have more pictures. This book is just jammed with pictures. And there's another paper glider. This is the invasion of Crete. He gives you scenarios for Crete and also scenarios for Arnhem and Nijmegen. This is really cool. If you haven't get, if you got to get this book. I mean, we're talking wargaming in the 70s, late 60s, and he covers. There is the wall, the salt boats, Sherman's Crossing. And this is a time period where they're using a lot of 1/72nd scale stuff. And in this picture, I can tell he's got Airfix, Atlantic, um, maps galore. So now I'm looking for a particular picture, and I might have to pause the camera. There's the glider landing. And I'm going to pause, and I have to find one particular picture. Okay, everyone, I found what I was looking for. The bridge, the Arnhem Bridge. There it is. Look at that. Now, no fancy bridge. You know, he's got a paper bridge he made, some trestles. It didn't have to be a museum quality game to have fun. One of the things I'm trying to do in my basement is just to have fun. You know, when I play with the chuckleheads, you know, Walt throws out the table. It looks fantastic. And then we just have fun. We don't really worry about a lot of the details at times. I really love this picture. You can tell there's Atlantic Airfix in here. I think those are some Marx figures. And then, of course, he has maps galore. All right. So what else is in this book? Wow. I really think you'd be amazed. He gives you silhouettes of how to make paper gliders. They also rules. There are rules in this book, two different sets really of. So here we are, and he has it both in millimeters and inches. This is for 1/72. If you're going to do 54, you probably would double it. Now, I'm using bolt action for my World War II stuff anymore. I was using Combat Patrol, but I got all my cards mixed up, 6 decks worth, and I just haven't had time to straighten them out. Well, look at that. You have your different tanks, your movement rates, Panzerfaust. And what's really neat is Donald has the type of weapon and what it can penetrate at different ranges. So here's your ranges. So I like this one, the 88 millimeter PAC 43. Every Allied tank, it blows up until you get to 1,500 millimeters. Then you'd have to convert that to inches if you're in America. Now, so you got rules in this book, several sets, scenarios, maps. And then way in the back, it tells you what to get for figures. So if you're doing 1/72, and I realize this book is written when Flames of War stuff wasn't out, but at the time, this book was the Bible of airborne operations for wargaming. There you have your German paratroopers, the Airfix, and your German, British, American, and he even included Airfix models, which I think is quite neat. And I had one of these in high school, and that was interesting to build. Now, If you're wondering about airborne drops, I'm actually dropping my gliders the way that um, Donald has, with a grid marked with a map. And I'm looking through here right now. I'm going to pause the camera. Okay, I've done this system several times. What it is Donald Featherstone takes little pieces of paper, the size of maybe, I used the size of a quarter, and you take them and you put them in a box. All right, and then you shake the box over the landing area, and they flutter down to the ground. And if they hit a tree or, let's say, a wall or something, you roll to see if the figure dies in landing. Then you replace the little pieces of paper with your figures. I have used this system for 20, 30 years, and I really do think it's really cool. So, we covered a lot in this little video. Wargaming Operations by Donald Featherstone. I can't say enough of how much Donald Featherstone really, if H.G. Wells is the founder of miniature wargaming as we know it from the turn of the century with Great Britain, I think Donald Featherstone and Peter Young and Charles Grant, they were responsible for really getting the hobby going. And I can't say enough about how much this game should be in your collection. Wargaming Airborne Operations, you can get on Amazon, you can get it for Kindle. It's not expensive at all. And let me know if you like this video, because if you do think it's okay, I will make more videos of, boy, I probably have 70 books of his. I think I have every book he has. All right? Stay safe, be kind, be courteous, and I'm hoping tonight to finish the Battle of Eben and El and take that other fortification. Thank you for watching, everyone.